Let's start presenting Vloom. Learn new vocabulary but better. And let's get started with Anna. That is today our persona. Anna is 29 years old. She's living nowadays in Manchester, but she's from Valencia. So her mother tongue is Spanish. She's graduated in tourism and business, and now she works as a receptionist manager in the Crown Plaza. As she says, I always have to keep learning new vocabulary to improve my skills in other languages, apart from English, as I want to be more professional with my colleagues and give the best welcoming feeling to our guests. But Anna is always trying so hard to improve her English skills to manage her team, be more professional and confident with herself, while learning other languages too. But now she's in charge of many different situations and tasks and responsibilities throughout all the day. First of all, she always has to deal with her team really closely. Also, sometimes she has to be in the reception when there's a lot of people, and at the same there's peak hours she should be there so attending the guests. Also, she should give presentations by the end of the week on Fridays, by the end of the month, quarter meetings with her colleagues and also with the main bosses of the company to show the development of the team within the team and also the department and comparing with another department. So she has to make these professional and presentations. Also, she gives conferences and also teaches in another schools, mainly online, due to the situation lately with Corona. Also, she is very close to another departments in the hotel and to the clients. So she's always has to be dealing with different tones and different situations. So her English should adapt to these different situations. And also, she likes to be able to communicate in an informal and close way to colleagues and to new friends in Manchester. And she tried many different ways that worked for a while. For example, she went to different classes, even to some universities in Manchester or to private classes, and also meet new people, made tandems, exchange language exchanges in cafes, learn by herself. But she realized that everything is really time consuming when you commute to go to class, when you wake up super early, and when you by the end of the day you have no longer time. So what we were thinking is, how can we help Anna? We had to start somewhere. And where we started was with the name Vloom, for a mobile app that will help Anna to improve her skills easily with no time consuming and also for different scenarios in her personal and professional life. So let's start what it's Vloom. We have to start somewhere with it, right? So this is a sketch time. Let's draw. And as you can see here, we have the splash screen and we start with the onboarding, different screens. Not a long onboarding, instead it's very, very straight to the point. And then the first steps to sign in, log in, and the start screen where you choose the language you are gonna learn. And also different options for Anna, very important. If she wants to learn by topic, phrases, or by different levels, like the levels that we have in Europe, A1, A2, B1, B2. And also on the bottom, you can see two different features. Reviewing, when you want to go over what you've learned and what you felt and what are your mistakes that you can improve. And also the admin area, so the profile area, where you can set up all the different features and all your different preferences. Sketches became reality, and we have to see if reality works. From paper to app. Words, color palettes, and problem solving came all together while we create the different sketches and the different screens and assign the different preferences, buttons, etc. You can see here the splash screen, onboarding when you're singing, and the first screen when you have to choose your language. And also we adapt for the Anna's needs. It is to say, what I mean is, as we saw in the sketches, she can choose by topic, level, or phrases depending on what she wants to improve. This is an example. For example, you will get the word, you can reproduce the word to hear how it sounds, how it's pronounced. You also have it written, the phonemes and pronunciation, and you can tick it if you know it, and you can and also very important, there's an example always with each of the words to see the context of the word. Now what? After that, let's check if everything is like we thought, right? And we did a usability test with different users. Those are the tasks that we selected from easy ones up until the ones that are needed to start learning new vocabulary. Select language, add new words to your personal library, select the category you want to improve today, and check your progress. What we found out, what can we improve? So let's make it better. We found out those were the main confusing points that almost all the participants in the usability test had. For example, in the splash screen, they were waiting a long time thinking that it was still charging. So the loading icon, we have to reconsider it. Also logout, they were making many different clicks in different places. And it was a bit hidden for them to find out where the logout button was. And also the library icon. Nobody knew of the participants what was this bulb? What is for? What do you want to tell me? So what we did, of course, was taking all this feedback and make it better. Now we know that the loading icon gives a feeling of slow charge, a slow loading of the app. So we changed it for a tab icon, library icon. Of course, the bulb was not the best idea at the beginning. Nothing happened. We changed it and we put a book with a bookmark on it to really create the idea that this is your library. So you can save and you can create your own book, your own library, your dictionary, so to say. And the logout button, we create another one. So we made another different one. Instead of only on the menu, we put another logout button also in the profile screen. And also more. We were thinking after the feedback, after see how the users behave, where they click, where they were asking, or what was frustrating for them, we wanted to improve the experience and the usability overall on the app. For example, we include these screens that you see, the three first ones. Well done when one word it's already known and you did it correctly, or let's try again. Let's try again, doesn't matter, you have to improve, you are going through all what you've learned. Or for example, when you add a new word, another word was added to your library, congratulations with this icon. And also we improved the administrator area, the profile area. For example, putting since when you're a member, how many tasks you completed, which current level are you with your vocabulary learning, if you have activated or not premium, and which are your preferences, so you can modify the preferences, payments and subscriptions, really easy to see and to manage. And also, as I said before, the logout button also here apart from the menu. Sum up. What we've learned is don't assume what you think it's what everybody will think. For example, the bottom as a bulb or the bottom as a book. Anna needed her own library, but also to have her favorite words somewhere. So we create the library and the star bottom, as you saw, to make it, save it as a favorite. I can go over them later. For Anna, slang and common phrases are important as business English. That's why she has by topic, by phrases, or by level categories to choose from. She likes more visual elements than words. For example, a back button is not back written, it is just an arrow, or start icons to save instead to the word save. What I learned, and it's not the only one who wants to learn something, I did also during all this project. Pros and cons, or what is the same, pros, and what I can be better at. I realized that I really like to design and try new tools. Meeting new people and conduct interviews give me more info that I can imagine or can even think of. Research is one of my favorite parts of any project, and also in this one. And preparing the design and prototype, going over the cons, it takes a long time for me before testing. Organizing a meeting with different participants is also time consuming, and learning new tools from zero, it was a bit challenging. And what I will tell myself to improve in the next projects, dedicate less time to sketch and pay more attention to interviews results. The feedback is the key for all the project at the end. Prototyping is attractive, but focus more on what your persona needs. As I said, focus more on what is the feedback on interviews or what was over the research. And don't underestimate the power of user flows, again, because I did it too superficially and it was a big tool at the end when I was creating the prototype. As soon as possible, make usability tests, because I realized that usability tests, even the prototype, should be correctly done, but not at its best, because when you make the usability test, you already get a lot of feedback only watching what are they doing, and also when they tell you why they did what they did and where they were confused or why. Thank you, and this was the presentation for Vloom to improve your English for any situation of the day.